A newly wedded couple unexpectedly finds themselves responsible for raising a child with special needs, questioning their readiness for such a task. One day, while their 5-month-old infant is sleeping, their feline companion, Luna, performs an act so extraordinary that it moves them to tears, leading them to call it a miracle. The tranquility of their afternoon is shattered by the insistent ringing of the doorbell. Alex, engrossed in his graphic design work, barely registers the sound initially. Meanwhile, his wife Sophia, just back from her shift as a dedicated pediatric nurse, is looking forward to relaxing in their charming new home on Willow Avenue, unaware of the unfolding drama. After several persistent rings, Alex reluctantly tears himself away from his desk. As he opens the door, the sight before him disrupts his usual composure. A distraught young woman stands on the doorstep, clutching a swaddled infant tightly in her arms. Her disheveled appearance and the desperation in her eyes leave no doubt that their orderly lives are about to be thrown into disarray. Alex is taken back, having no idea who this woman is or where she came from. She appears exhausted and weary, as if she hasn't rested or eaten in days. Alex can't help but feel sympathy for the poor woman, but most of all, he wants to understand why she's at his doorstep. Part of him assumes she might need assistance, but her words leave him stunned. "Please," she begs, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I can't take care of him anymore. He's yours now." Alex stands frozen, trying to process her words. The infant, a tiny bundle wrapped in a faded green blanket, whimpers softly. Suddenly, the woman places the baby in Alex's arms, hands him a crumpled letter, and hurries away without another word. Everything happens so quickly that Alex is unable to react for a few moments, as if in a trance, staring down at the baby in his arms, completely shocked. Then he snaps out of it. "Wait!" Alex calls out, but it's too late. The woman is quickly walking away, seeming to vanish around a corner. Alex considers following her but realizes he can't exactly run through the streets after a mysterious woman while holding an infant. Alex's heart races as he glances down at the sleeping baby, feeling a mix of confusion and apprehension. Sophia arrives moments later, her eyes widening at the sight of her husband holding a baby on the doorstep. "Alex, what?" Her mind briefly wanders to strange places, but she quickly dismisses any doubts, trusting her husband and knowing there must be an explanation. Without saying anything, Alex hands her the letter. They read it together, their expressions growing darker with each line. The letter explains that the woman, unable to care for the child, knew he would be safe with the Taylors. She had chosen them because she knew Sophia was a pediatric nurse, someone capable of giving the baby the specialized care he needed. The woman had given birth 3 months earlier. She had no family to turn to, and the child's father had abandoned them upon discovering the baby had a rare neurological condition affecting his mobility. It wasn't her fault, yet those around her treated her as if she were to blame, as though giving birth to a child with special needs made her somehow deficient. Overwhelmed and unable to meet the baby's needs any longer, she had reached a breaking point. Through tears, she explained that she needed time to take care of herself. Though deeply apologetic for her decision, she expressed her belief that Alex and Sophia could provide the extra care and love for her child so desperately needed. She further added that she had seen Sophia in the hospital during her delivery, and since Sophia had been kind to her, she decided to entrust her with the child. Alongside the letter was another document granting Alex and Sophia custody of the baby. However, she hadn't given them the birth certificate, so they had no idea who she was. The couple glanced at each other with wide eyes and then looked back down at the letter, reading through it again to make sure this was real. Once they established that this was indeed their reality, Sophia's nurturing instincts kicked in immediately. She took the baby inside, comforting him with gentle whispers. Despite their shock and uncertainty, they instinctively knew they had to rise to the occasion. As compassionate individuals, they could never allow a child to suffer. This baby, now completely alone, needed them more than ever. He was their unexpected blessing, and they vowed to give him all the care and love they could offer. As the weeks went by, the Taylors adapted to their new roles as parents. They named the baby Oliver and quickly fell in love with him. It was challenging at first. Oliver needed urgent care to assess his health and monitor his condition. They didn't know if his neurological condition would stop him from living a full life. Sophia took a few weeks off work to take care of Oliver. Fortunately, she had some vacation days, and the hospital was lenient on family leave, so it wasn't a problem. The couple was relieved when they learned that Oliver's condition, while requiring ongoing care, would allow him to live a full life. Sure, he would face challenges with mobility, but he had the potential to grow up to be independent. The sleepless nights and endless diaper changes became their new normal. After settling in for a few days, Sophia and Alex called their attorney and informed him of what had happened. They needed advice on how to proceed. Their attorney took a few days and later told them that since any attempt to locate the birth mother had failed, they could formally adopt Oliver. What's more, they had a signed agreement from the birth mother, meaning they could move forward without anyone contesting the adoption. Sophia, being the kind woman she was, agreed to legally adopt Oliver. Despite everything, she felt empathy for the woman and her situation, but she still hoped that she would show up one day to reunite with her son. Nonetheless, life had to move on. Little did the couple know that life was about giving them another miracle. In the midst of their new routine, another surprise arrived at their doorstep. Sophia found a small, scruffy kitten meowing pitifully in their backyard one crisp morning. Its fur was matted, and it looked lost and scared. Without a second thought, Sophia scooped the kitten into her arms and brought it inside. Alex was initially hesitant and worried about the added responsibility, but Sophia's determination won out. They decided to take the kitten to the vet. The veterinarian confirmed that the kitten was a stray with no identification. Aside from being underweight, it was in relatively good health. They named the kitten Luna, and she quickly became part of their family. However, Luna seemed untrusting of other people despite their kindness. She adored spending time with Sophia, but displayed a noticeable wariness toward Alex. The main concern was that Luna appeared restless when Sophia was with Oliver, which wasn't a good sign. Initially, Alex wanted to find a new home for Luna since her behavior was becoming problematic, and they couldn't risk Oliver being hurt. Then, a few days later, Alex took Luna to the sunny spot by the window, giving them an opportunity to bond. The kitten soon warmed up to Alex, making the couple think that after a bit of time, Luna would warm up to Oliver as well. Life became a whirlwind of activity. Sophia juggled her demanding job at the hospital with late-night feedings and diaper changes. Alex adjusted his work schedule to help out more at home. The couple found themselves in a delicate dance of balancing work, household chores, and caring for both Oliver and Luna. Luna was particularly needy, craving the attention she had never received. On the other hand, Oliver needed more attention to ensure he received enough therapy for his conduct. Ion. Sophia's and Alex's families were very supportive, but had busy schedules and couldn't help out too often. When they did come to visit, Luna would hide and hiss at them. It seemed like Luna was very protective of her new family, making it known that intruders were not welcome in her space. Despite the chaos, there was an underlying sense of joy. Oliver's infectious laughter and Luna's playful antics brought light to their lives. Their home was filled with love, even in the most hectic moments. However, the challenges were far from over. One evening, after a particularly grueling day, Sophia noticed that Oliver had a fever. When it did not subside in a few hours, panic set in as they rushed him to the hospital. However, there was a ray of hope in the middle of this storm. After a series of tests, the doctors came out to the waiting room with some astonishing news. They confirmed that Oliver had a rare condition that affected his neurological development. It seemed that this condition was causing temporary setbacks in his motor skills, but there was a chance for Oliver to make significant progress with the right treatment. The couple was overjoyed at this glimmer of hope. Sadly, the doctor could not tell them exactly when they might see improvements, but asked them to stay positive and hopeful. He also advised them on the proper way to care for Oliver since he was susceptible to infections. Sophia explained how they had been taking care of Oliver so far. The doctor was impressed and praised them. He then made an appointment for 2 months later, hoping the couple would have some good news by that time. Oliver's condition required constant vigilance and specialized care. Sophia and Alex alternated staying home to care for him, their hearts aching as they watched their baby struggle. They held tightly to the hope that a breakthrough would come soon. Sensing the family's distress, Luna stayed close to Oliver. Her loyal presence provided comfort. One night, utterly exhausted, Alex fell asleep on the couch while Sophia was out running errands. The baby monitor on the coffee table crackled softly, a watchful sentinel over Oliver's crib. Luna lay at Alex's feet, her ears perked up, alert to any sound. Despite her initial behavior, she had warmed up to Oliver, and they were now almost inseparable. It seemed as if Luna understood that Oliver needed special care and had decided to be his protector. A soft thud jolted Luna awake. She rushed to Oliver's room, her instincts kicking in. The baby had somehow slipped through the vertical slats of his crib while sleeping. He was hanging dangerously off the edge of the bed, the top of his head pressed against the floor. He was in a precarious position, his head barely holding up his body. It was very dangerous because Oliver's motor skills were impaired, making it impossible for him to wriggle back onto the crib. His head and neck wouldn't be able to support his weight for much longer. Any second he would fall completely onto the floor. Due to the angle of his body, such a fall would most likely be fatal. What the kitten did next was nothing short of a miracle. It was as if Luna could sense the urgency of the situation. Moving close to Oliver, she gently tried to nudge him back up towards the crib with her nose, using her body to shield the baby from any further harm. Alex woke up to the sound of Luna's urgent meows and hurried to the nursery. The sight that greeted him warmed his heart. He got there just in time to witness Luna's final effort, finally pushing Oliver's body back into the crib. Alex rushed over to where Luna now stood protectively next to the crib. Oliver was lying down safely again, his tiny hands clutching the kitten's fur. Tears welled up in Alex's eyes as he realized the depth of the bond between Luna and Oliver. Sophia returned home to find Alex and Oliver asleep in the nursery, Luna curled up beside them. She quietly joined them, overwhelmed with gratitude for tea. Their little family. Despite the challenges, they had each other, and that was enough. The days turned into weeks, and Oliver's condition slowly improved. With intensive therapy and care, he began to show progress in his motor skills. The Taylors were overjoyed, their hearts full of hope for the future. Balancing work, parenting, and caring for Luna became easier as they settled into a routine. Oliver continued to grow, his laughter and smiles brightening their days. Luna remained a steadfast companion, always by Oliver's side. One sunny afternoon, the family gathered in the backyard for a picnic. Oliver, now a curious toddler, watched in fascination as Luna chased a butterfly, her giggles ringing through the air. Sophia and Alex watched with smiles, their hearts full. At that moment, they realized the unexpected event that had brought Oliver into their lives was a blessing in disguise. They had become a family bound by love and strengthened by the trials they had faced together. But there was one more surprise left in store. A few days later, the doorbell rang. Luna darted to the door with Oliver carefully toddling close behind. Alex, being the closest, stepped forward and opened it. The blood drained from his face as he saw who was there waiting. It was Oliver's birth mother. Immediately, Alex called out to Sophia. As soon as she saw Alex's face and the woman on their doorstep, she knew who it was. Tears trickled from her eyes as she looked at the woman, her heart breaking, believing the woman was here to take Oliver. Sophia stepped aside to let the woman and her partner in, but the woman made no move to step inside the house. Instead, she gave Alex some papers and once again walked away. Of course, there was a letter, just like last time. The woman, Carla, explained that she had gotten the help she needed and was in a better mental state. She apologized for her actions again and wished the couple all the happiness and love they deserved. She also said that it was entirely up to them if they wanted to tell the child about her. She promised never to contest custody since she had made peace with her decision. She was now getting married and just wanted to close this chapter of her life. Sophia thought Carla's words were a little selfish, but she could not judge her. Having Oliver and going through the challenges she experienced had probably traumatized her. Sophia wished she could tell Carla that Oliver was making significant progress, but the opportunity had passed. She smiled to herself, knowing she was about to share even more joyful news with Alex. She was 8 weeks pregnant, another miracle in her life to add to her little family. As they looked to the future, the Taylors knew that whatever came their way, they would face it together. Their journey had taught them the importance of resilience, love, and the unbreakable bonds of family. They cherished every moment with Oliver, grateful for his progress and happiness. Luna remained a central figure in their lives, her playful spirit and unwavering loyalty a constant source of joy. The bond between Luna and Oliver grew stronger, a friendship destined to last a lifetime. With hearts filled with hope and gratitude, they forged ahead, prepared to embrace whatever adventures awaited them. Their story was a testament to the power of love, compassion, and the unexpected miracles that can shape a family. With hearts full of hope and gratitude, Taylor entered the future, ready to embrace any adventure that awaits them. His story was a testament to the power of love, compassion, and unexpected miracles that could shape a family. As the months passed, life at the Taylor house became more and more exciting. Sophia's embarrassment progresses without complications, filling her days of anticipation and joy. Oliver, now a child of 2 years full of energy, continued to surprise them with your advances. His regular therapies were bearing fruit, and even though he still faced challenges, his determination was unbreakable. Luna, the cat who was once a frightened cat, had become Oliver's faithful and inseparable companion. Their bond was something extraordinary to witness. Luna seemed to have a sixth sense when it came to Oliver's needs, always around when the boy didn't need support to move or simply a friend to play with. Alex had adapted his graphic design work so that he could work from home for most of his time, allowing him to be more present in his family's daily life. He installed a study in the attic, where he spent his working hours creating beautiful illustrations, often inspired by the adventures of Oliver and Luna. The neighborhood community also played an important role in Taylor's life. Our loved ones, moved by the family's history, offered help in different ways. Lady Johnson, a retired girl who lived next door, became an adoptive abuela for Oliver, offering to take care of him when Sophia and Alex needed a rest. Elsewhere, Patel, a retired physiotherapist who lived on the street, volunteered to give Oliver additional sessions, complementing his regular therapy. As the birth date approached, Taylor transformed the guest room into a cozy baby room. Oliver, thrilled by the idea of being a greater brother, insisted on helping his way, placing his favorite toys in the baby's cunny as gifts for his future brother or sister. Luna, for her part, seemed to understand that a big change had been made. She spent hours huddled next to Sophia's belly, as if she had been standing guard over the unborn baby. His protective behavior even extended to Oliver, as he wanted to ensure that the child did not feel displaced by the arrival of the new family member. The great day arrived on a warm spring morning. Sophia gave birth to a beautiful girl who called Lily. The joy that filled the hospital room was indescribable. Oliver, supported by his priest, looked in amazement at his new sister, promising out loud to be the best brother mayor of the world. The first few days at home with Lily were a whirlwind of emotions and adjustments. Oliver, eager to help, became his priest's official assistant, bringing bread and blankets when asked. Luna, true to her protective nature, quickly adopted Lily as part of her herd, watching over her kuna and alerting the priests at the slightest sound of the sound. As the weeks passed, the family found its new rhythm. The nights of care and the busy days became more manageable thanks to the work in the team of Sophia and Alex. Oliver continued to progress in his therapies, inspired by the desire to be able to play more actively with his sister when he grew up. One day, while Sophia was busy preparing her lunch and Alex was working in his studio, something extraordinary happened. Oliver, who had been playing in the living room with Lily propped up on her gaming blanket, was able to stand on his feet without help for the first time. With fearful but determined steps, we walked the few meters that separated him from his sister. Luna, as always attentive, walked to the side, ready to support him if he stumbled. Sophia, attracted by the sounds of emotion, enters the room just in time to see Oliver carefully lean over and give Lily a kiss in front of her. The tears flowed through their hearts while calling Alex. Together, they will observe this historic moment, their hearts bursting with love and pride. This achievement marked a turning point in Oliver's life. With new determination, he dedicated himself even more to his therapies. His doctors were amazed by his progress, citing him as an example of what determination and family love could achieve. As the months turned into years, the Taylor family continued to grow in love and strength. Oliver became a lively and compassionate child, always ready to help other children who faced challenges similar to his own. Lily grew up admiring her elder brother, seeing him not because of his limitations, but because of his bravery and kindness. Luna, now a bigger cat but a whole life long, continued to be the silent guardian of the family. His constant presence was a reminder of the miracle that had joined this unconventional family. Sophia and Alex, looking back on their journey, often marveled at how a moment of uncertainty had become the greatest blessing of their lives. They faced challenges they never imagined, but each obstacle made them stronger, more united. Taylor's story became a source of inspiration for his community. Sophia, benefiting from her experience as a nurse and mother, began giving talks at the local hospital, offering support and hope to other families facing similar situations. Alex, for his part, channeled his experiences into his art, creating a series of children's books that celebrated diversity and resilience. Oliver, now in primary school, became a passionate defender of inclusion. With the help of his parents, he organizes events in his school to create awareness about different abilities, teaching his classmates that differences are what is unique to each individual. Lily, growing in this environment of love and acceptance, developed an extraordinary empathy for her age. Sometimes she came to help other children in the park or defend those who were excluded from the school. Luna, in her golden years, became a local celebrity. The story of how he saved Oliver when he was a baby was extended, and many times he was seen as a kind of feline guardian angel. Even in his own life, he maintained his vigilance over the children, always close, always protective. As the years passed, Taylor's house became a refuge in the ground for his immediate family, a bell for all those who needed a place to feel accepted and loved. They organized regular meetings for families facing similar challenges, creating a support network that extended far beyond their neighborhood. Life was always easy. There were difficult days, moments of doubt and tiredness. But in those moments, the family came together again. Each other remembered the miracle of their union, the strength they discovered within themselves and between them. When Oliver celebrated his 10th anniversary, the party was a celebration in the soil of his life, a bell of everything the family had achieved together. Friends, family, and loved ones gathered to honor Oliver's achievements on the ground, with the resilience and love that defined Taylor. During this party, while watching her family and friends gathered, Sophia reflected on the incredible journey she had taken. That day, so many years ago, when a desperate woman appeared at her door with a baby, she could never have imagined the wonderful life that awaited them. Alex, noticing his wife's pensive gaze, approached and hugged her. "What do you think?" he asked softly. Sophia smiled, her eyes shining with tears of joy. "How fortunate we are," I replied, as a moment of uncertainty became the greatest adventure of our lives. As they watched Oliver hang out with his friends, Lily helped serve the pastry, and the old Luna slept contentedly in a sunny corner. They both felt profound gratitude. His family, formed by love and forged through challenges, was a testament to the power of compassion, perseverance, and acceptance. And so, Taylor continued their journey, facing each new day with the certainty that, together, they could overcome any obstacle. Her story, a mix of challenges and triumphs, of ordinary and extraordinary moments, would continue to inspire all who knew her, reminding them that love, in all its unexpected forms, has the power to transform lives and create everyday miracles. And so, Taylor continued their journey, facing each new day with the certainty that, together, they could overcome any obstacle. Her story, a mix of challenges and triumphs, of ordinary and extraordinary moments, would continue to inspire all who knew her, reminding them that love, in all its unexpected forms, has the power to transform lives and create everyday miracles. As the years passed, the Taylor family continued to grow in numbers, with its impact on the community. Oliver, now a teenager, has become a passionate spokesperson for inclusion and accessibility in his secondary school. His determination and charisma inspired his peers and teachers alike, leading to the implementation of new support programs for students with diverse needs. Lily, following in the footsteps of her brother Mayer, became a fierce defender of social justice from an early age. Over the last few years, I have organized awareness campaigns and fundraising for several local beneficial causes. His empathy and natural leadership made him a beloved figure in the community. Sophia, inspired by her experiences as a mother and nurse, decided to return to university to obtain a degree in social work. Her goal was to create a comprehensive support program for families facing situations similar to the ones she and Alex experienced years ago. His thesis, based on his own family history, became the basis for an innovative counseling program adopted by several hospitals in the region. Alex, for his part, had achieved considerable success with his series of children's books about diversity and inclusion. His stories, loads of colorful characters, and moving life lessons have become favorites in schools and libraries across the country. Inspired by children's interests, Alex began offering art therapy workshops, using creativity as a tool to help young people express their emotions and overcome challenges. Luna, the cat who had been such an integral part of her family history, lived a long and happy life, reaching the venerable age of 18. His departure was a moment of deep sadness for the family, but also a moment of celebration for the incredible company and love that he had given them. In their honor, Taylor established a fund at the local animal shelter to help pair pets with families who have children with special needs. As Oliver approaches high school graduation, the family faces new challenges and emotions. The prospect of Oliver leaving university was both exciting and terrifying. Would you be ready for this new independence? How would you adapt to a completely new environment? However, true to his nature, Oliver approached this new chapter of his life with optimism and determination. It chose a university known for its inclusion program and its accessible campus. During the first few months of adjustment, Oliver flourished in the university environment, forming new friendships and discovering passions that he never knew he had. Meanwhile, at home, Lily was entering adolescence, bringing with her a new family dynamic. Los Taylors will find themselves sailing through the turbulent waters of puberty, their first loves, and their search for identity. However, the strong family ties that have been forged over the years have served well, allowing them to overcome these new challenges with grace and understanding. Sophia and Alex, now in their 400 and many, found that their relationship had matured like a good wine. The challenges they faced together strengthened their bond, creating a solid association based on mutual respect, understanding, and deep and lasting love. They celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary with a renewal of vows, surrounded by family and friends who had been part of their incredible journey. Taylor's house, which once seemed so big and empty, is now full of laughter, love, and memories. The walls were covered with photos that told the story of their family. Oliver taking his first steps, Lily winning her first spelling bee, family vacations, graduations, and everyday moments that captured the essence of their life together. As they approached this new stage of their lives, with Oliver at the university and Lily at the secondary school, Sophia and Alex reflected on the path they had taken. That fateful night, when a desperate woman gave her a baby, changed the course of their lives in ways they could never have imagined. They have faced fears, overcome obstacles, and celebrated triumphs. They created a family united by love, not by blood, and they discovered a strength in themselves that they didn't know they had. His story was a testimony to the power of unconditional love, perseverance, and faith in human potential. While they sat in the porch one night, as the sun set and listening to the distant sounds of laughter and music coming from the old man's house, Sophia supported her head on Alex's shoulder. "Will you ever have regrets?" I asked in a low voice. Alex looked at me, a smile playing on his lips. Decay. In all terms, to have accepted Oliver this evening, to embark us on this loco journey. Alex remained silent for a moment, reflecting. Luego, in a voice full of emotion, replied, "Not for a second. It has been the most difficult, terrifying, and wonderful journey of my life, and I wouldn't change it in just one moment." Sophia smiled, intertwining her fingers with hers. "Yo Tamko," he whispered, as the sun set over the horizon, painting the sky in golden and pink tones. Taylor sat in comfortable silence, grateful for the past, content with the present, and hopeful for the future. His story, so unique, resonates with a universal truth, that love, in all its unexpected and wonderful forms, has the power to transform lives, overcome obstacles, and create everyday miracles. And then, as they prepared for the next chapter of their lives, Taylor did so with the certainty that, regardless of what the future faced them, they would face it together, with the same strength, love, and determination that they had carried to this day. This moment, his journey continued, a story of hope, perseverance, and the unbreakable power of family love.